For once, the event has lived up to the hype.
Careful.
Dominic Cummings returned to Westminster today, eager to lay bare the failings of the government where he had once played such a powerful role. First, for the committee of MPs, a confession.
When the public needed us most, the government failed. And I'd like to say to all the families of those who died unnecessarily, how sorry I am for the mistakes that were made and for my own mistakes at that.
He said he regretted not hitting the panic button earlier last year, but he said the Prime Minister at the time just wouldn't take the COVID threat seriously.
The view of various officials inside Number 10 was, if we have the Prime Minister chairing COBRA meetings and he just tells everyone it's swine flu, don't worry about it, I'm going to get Chris Whitty to inject me live on TV with coronavirus so everyone realises it's nothing to be frightened of, that would not help actually serious planning.
His fiercest criticism was for the Health Secretary, out jogging this morning. He said Matt Hancock should have been sacked 15 or 20 times, not just for incompetence, but for lying.
Hancock told us in the cabinet room that people were going to be tested before they went back to care homes. What the hell happened? Now, all the government rhetoric was we put a shield around care homes and blah, blah, blah. It was complete nonsense. Quite the opposite of putting a shield around them, we sent people with COVID back to the care homes.
There was also a new justification for his infamous lockdown-busting trip to Barnard Castle, which he'd left out of his account in the Downing Street garden. Today, he said threats to his family had already made them decide to leave London.
And I said, I'm not explaining these security things, otherwise I can have everyone mobs back outside my house. So I ended up giving the whole Rose Garden thing, where what I said was true, but we left out a kind of crucial part of it all. And the whole thing was a complete disaster.
And overall, he gave a savage assessment of the man he'd helped get into Downing Street.
We got at the last election a choice between Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson. I think any system which ends up giving a choice between two people like that as the people to lead is obviously a system that's gone extremely, extremely badly wrong.
Well, that was all very useful for the opposition.
Does the Prime Minister recognise that account of his own behaviour? And if so, will he apologise for being so complacent about the threat that this virus posed?
Mr. Speaker, I don't think anybody could credibly accuse this government of being complacent about the threat that this virus posed at any point. We have worked flat out, Mr. Speaker, to minimise loss of life, to protect the NHS, while they have flip-flopped, Mr. Speaker, from one position to another.
Today's astonishing evidence has now come to an end. The recriminations from it are only just beginning.